Hey guys, Sonic Smash Bro here, and King of Games for Speed Duel is done for this month as well. Recorded really late because, several recording attempts just did not want to work with me. Anyway, somehow, every time I think Speedroid cannot get any stronger, they always manage to get something new. I swear, it always happens. And I'm not talking about just new cards this time either. We also have a brand new skill, and it is insane. Let's take a look at the all-new Crystal Clear Speedroid with the new skill of choice, Crystal Clear Wing Acceleration. You can only use the skill's second and third effects once per duel. First effect is just the restriction. You can't normal or special summon any monsters except for Clear Wing, Synchro Dragon, and Speedroid monsters. And yet, for some reason, a lot of decks are allowed to play Kaijus, Lava Golem, and Nibiru. Pain. Anyway, second and first activatable effect. Send 2 cards from your hand and or field in any combination to the graveyard. Then play 1 Clear Wing Synchro Dragon from your extra deck or graveyard. Simple enough. Third effect, second activatable effect. If you control a level 10 monster, or if only your opponent controls a monster, add 1 Speedroid card or Speed Recovery from your deck or graveyard to your hand. If it is turn 2 and onward, also send High Speedroid Kendama, High Speedroid Chambara, High Speedroid Hagoida, High Speedroid Cork Shooter, and High Speedroid Puzzle from outside of your deck to the graveyard. These can also be special summoned. So let's look at the 3 I don't play in the deck proper, because most of these I do actually play. Kendama's awful. It's just bad. If this card attacks a defense position monster and inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent, you can only use each of the following effects of Kendama once per turn. You can banish a machine type monster from your graveyard and inflict 500 damage to your opponent. Or, if it's in your graveyard and you control no other cards, you can special summon this card. You cannot normal summon or set during the turn you activate this effect. That is awful. Next up, we got the High Speedroid Chambara, which is actually pretty good. This card can make a second attack during each battle phase at the start of the damage step. If it battles, it gains 200 attack points. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can target a banished Speedroid card and add it to your hand. You can only special summon Chambara once per turn. Pretty decent, pretty good actually. And lastly, for the ones I don't play, High Speedroid Puzzle. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles a special summon monster, you can make this card's attack points become double its current attack points until the end of the damage step. Once per turn during the end phase, if this card is in the graveyard because this synchro summon card was sent there from the field this turn. You can target a Speedroid monster in your graveyard except for Puzzle and add it to your hand. Decent recovery if we were actually synchro summoning this thing, so I don't really care. Not this time anyway. Triple Win the Wind Channeler. This card's always treated as a Charmer card, but we don't care about that. You can discard this card and then another Wind monster, and a Wind monster with 1500 less defense from deck to hand except for Wind. Also, you can't activate monster effects for the rest of this turn except for Wind monsters. When a Wind monster you control is destroyed by battle while this card is in your hand, you can special summon it, but we really can't. Each effect is once per turn, but this is our quote-unquote junk converter and nothing more. Terror Top, the party starter. If you control no monsters, you can special summon this card from your hand. When this card is normally special summon, you can add a Speedroid monster from deck to hand. The search is once per turn, the special summon is not. Double Taketon Board. If you control the Wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. You can tribute this card, special summon a Speedroid Tuner monster from your deck. Also, you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for Wind monsters. You can only special summon Taketon Board once per turn. Next up, Speedroid Car Turbo. Yeah, Yugo actually has a use for Car Turbo this time. If you control a Wind monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. Also, you can't activate monster effects for the rest of the turn except for Wind monsters. You can banish this card and another Speedroid monster from your graveyard. All Wind monsters you currently control gain 800 attack points till the end of this turn. You can only use each effective Car Turbo once per turn. Really good, finally! We have a pair of double yo-yos. I know what you're thinking. Why not just one double yo-yo and a Fuki Midoshi? I don't like the Fuki. I prefer to keep it consistent. When this card is normal summoned, you can target a level 3 or lower Speedroid monster in the graveyard, special summon it. Simple as that. Dendendaigo Duke. You can banish this card from your graveyard, special summon a Speedroid Tuner monster from your hand or graveyard except for Dendendaigo Duke. This effect is once per turn. Once is all you need. And yeah, you're never actually summoning this thing unless you really have no choice. Generally, you're gonna be just having this thing in the graveyard at all times. Next up is our latest party starter, the Speedroid Marble Machine. Pendulum effect. Once per turn, when your defense position monster is targeted for an attack, you can change it to face-up attack position. Also, it cannot be destroyed by battle this turn, even if this card leaves the field. When this card is normal summoned, this is the effect we actually care about, the monster effect. You can activate this effect, add a Speedroid monster from deck to hand. Also, you can't special summon for the rest of the turn except for Wind monsters. This effect is once per turn. Really, really, really good. And of course, the Garnet himself, the Red-Eyed Dice. When this card is normal or special summoned, you can target a Speedroid monster you control, except for Red-Eye Dice, declare a level from 1 to 6, different from its current level. It becomes that level until the end of this turn. So Red-Eye Dice isn't as much of a garnet as it used to be, because the skill can just pitch it anyway. But still annoying when it happens. Anyway, on to spells and R1 Trap, Triple Cosmic Cyclone, pay 1,000, target a spell trap on the field and banish it, and the double Book of Eclipse. Change all face-up monsters on the field to face-down defense position. During the end phase of this turn, pop as many face-down defense position monsters your opponent controls as possible face-up, then your opponent draws cards equal to the number of monsters swept face-up by this effect. We need these together for Utopia. If you're going second and you do not open at least a Cosmic and an Eclipse, or both of your Eclipses, you automatically lose. This matchup becomes absolute hell. There is no way you are getting through that. I once got through a full Utopia and board scale, Swarm Roach and all, and lost the time because I was playing on desktop. If you're playing Speedroid, I strongly recommend you play on mobile right now. On desktop, you're not going to be fast enough. Just saying. Next up is Speed Recovery. Target a Speedroid monster in your graveyard, special summon it. During your main phase, except for the turn this card was sent to the graveyard, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Target a Speedroid monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand instead. Pretty simple, pretty good. And so is our new Speedroid Duplicate. Banish a wind monster from your graveyard, then target a card your opponent controls, return it to the hand / extra deck. During your main phase, if this card is in your graveyard, you can target one level 2 or higher Speedroid monster you control, reduce its level by 1, and if you do, special summon this card as a normal monster. A machine-type tuner monster that is wind attribute, level 1, with no attack or defense points. This is not treated as a trap, and this effect is also once per duel, so make it count. Onto the extra deck with good old high Speedroid Clearwing Rider. Once returned during your main phase, you can roll a 6-sided die and shuffle wind monsters you have in your graveyard into the deck, up to the result. Then you can destroy cards your opponent controls, up to the number shuffled, and if you do, this card gains 500 attack points for each card destroyed this way, until the end of the turn. During your opponent's main phase, quick effect, you can tribute this card that was synchro summoned, special summon up to 2 level 7 wind synchro monsters with different names from each other from your extra deck. We have Clearwing, we have Clearwing Fast, it's all good. And so is our new Crystal Clearwing Synchro Dragon. Once per turn, when your opponent activates a monster effect except during the damage step, quick effect, you can activate this effect. Until the end of this turn, this face-up card is unaffected by the activated effects of your opponent's monsters. Also, this card gains attack points equal to that opponent's monster's original attack points until the end of the turn. Once per turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, or an effect of a spell or trap card, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that card. If this synchro summoned card due to control is sent to your graveyard by an opponent's card, you can add a wind monster from deck to hand. Of course, we still have the classic Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. People are finally starting to read this thing, by the way. Once per turn during each player's turn, when another monster's effect is activated, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that monster. If you do that, this card gains attack points equal to that destroyed monster's original attack points until the end of this turn. If this card battles a level 5 or higher monster your opponent controls during damage calculation, this card gains attack points equal to the current attack points of the opponent's monster it is battling during that damage calculation only, not once per turn. Also, they renamed the Crystal Chronicle card effect that I have on this thing to Jewel for some reason, and I don't know why. The joke is ruined now. Thanks, Konami, thanks. Anyway, Clearwing Fast Dragon Pendulum effect. You can send one face-up Speedroid tuner and one face-up non-tuner you control to the graveyard, whose total levels equal exactly 7. Special summon this card from your Pendulum Zone. This effect is once per turn. And the monster effect, the one that matters anyway. During the player's turn, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls that is special summon from the extra deck until the end of this turn. Change its attack points to 0. Also, that face-up monster has its effects negated. You can only use this effect once per turn. If this card in the monster zone is destroyed by battle or card effect, you can place it in the Pendulum Zone. Really nice, really nice. Anyway, 2 Clearwing Synchro Dragon. I played 2 for the Banish for our new Link. Yes, we do have our new Link in here, and it's amazing. Anyway, once per turn during the player's turn, when another level 5 or higher monster activates its effect on the field, you can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that monster. Once per turn during the player's turn, when a monster effect is activated, targets exactly one level 5 or higher monster on the field and no other cards. You can negate the activation. If you do, destroy that monster. If either of this card's effects destroy a monster, this card gains attack points equal to those destroyed monsters' original attack points until the end of the turn. Always, always really nice. High Speedroid Cork Shooter, limited 3, and it's still broken. If this card is synchro summoned, you can activate one of these effects. Either add a Speedroid spell or trap from deck to hand, which we're almost never doing, or if all the materials that were used for the synchro summon of this card were Speedroid monsters and they're all in your graveyard, special summon all of them. Broken. Actually broken. Obviously, you can't special summon monsters the turn you activate this effect except for wind monsters, and this effect is once per turn, and you have to pick one or the other. We're almost always bringing back all the monsters. Anyway, High Speedroid Hagoida. During the player's turn, you contribute this card and increase the levels of all monsters currently on the field by 1 until the end of this turn. You absolutely, no matter what, need to end on this going first versus Utopia. If this card is in your graveyard and you control a Speedroid tuner monster, you can special summon this card. Also, you can't special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except for wind monsters, and this effect is once per turn. As for our link, the High Speedroid Rubber Band Shooter. During your main phase, you can immediately after this effect resolves normal summon a wind monster. Also, you can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except for synchro monsters. You can banish one wind synchro monster from your extra deck, reveal 2 Speedroid monsters with different names from each other from your deck, whose total levels equal the level of that synchro monster. Your opponent randomly picks one for you to add to your hand, and you send the other to the graveyard. Each effect is once per turn. This thing is amazing! This can search your Den Daiko for the skill or to mill to the graveyard by default anyway. This can search your card turbo, this can search your double yo-yo in particular, which is what we're really going to be searching. Anyway, on to the replays. No bonus replays this time, but I do have a sneak preview of what's coming up next month. Yep, I finally managed to build assault mode on Yusei, so look forward to that. Anyway, this climb was weird, and I do mean weird. I started kind of late because I wasn't really all that motivated, because, you know, honestly, I was kind of bored. But 4 attempts later, I got this weird abomination of a run.
Lesson.
A duel.
Anyway, Ancient Gear.
You're yapping so you can get to losing.
Don't call me Mr. Duel.
Let's duel.
I don't know how,
It's my turn.
but he bricked. So I'm just gonna speed this along, because honestly, like, I'm on a time crunch, and I'm honestly bored of Ancient Gear. Sit on Dweller in one back row, I don't really care. Go right ahead, buddy. Go, speed recovery. At this point, we play the skill for the unrespondable summoning of Crystal Clearwing.
Synchro summon. Appear level.
So I screw this up pretty royally.
Yo-yo. I activate double yo-yos. Speedroid. I activate Talking Tomboards of the Tuner Monster. Red-Eyed Dice activates its effect. Synchro summon.
I genuinely should have put Cork in attack, and even then, I really shouldn't have made Cork in the first place.
Cork Shooter's effect activates. I'm setting Cork. I activate Speedroid, the Tuner Monster. Speedroid, shining wings light up the sky.
Why Clearwing fast? Simply put, I know about Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. I'm not taking chances. I played a little bit too passively. That's on me.
I know you got a lot more in you. I end my turn.
So Eclipse, I'm gonna be forced to do that. Breaking Dark Hole, annoying, but then I get the Surge. Sets up Ancient Gear Duel. I'm just gonna duplicate here, bounce the back row, and then Cosmic off the top. I didn't even need anything, just that worked out the way it did, and it was really funny. That was weird. But so is this. So, I've asked this question for the last several years. And even now, I'm still asking this question. Because I have no answer. What does Warrock do? What's the game plan here? What's the win condition? It doesn't have anything. Apparently, this can lose to decks in the actual TCG that are from GOAT format. That's how bad this is. What's the game plan here?
This is going to be
This
such
doesn't
fun.
do anything.
If you're
I own
Let's
Duel.
duel. Here I go. The Pendulum Monster. Speedroid Marble Machine activates its effect.
So I do get the full combo here. As long as you have another Speedroid monster and your Taketon board.
I activate Taketon board's effect.
Go ahead and tribute Taketon board, get your red-eyed dice, then link off into your rubber band shooter. Normally, if you don't have double yo-yo, you're gonna banish a Clearwing, reveal Denden Daiko Duke, and double yo-yo. Although in this case we have it anyway, so this is really just an option select. Oh wait, I already pitched the Den Den Daiko Duke. I was going for Car Turbo. Didn't quite get it, so we're gonna do this as normal.
Double yo-yo. I activate double yo-yo's effect. The tuner monster.
Activate the effect, normal summon double yo-yo, and get back the red-eyed dice. Make the yo-yo level 2. At this point, I generally like to do the skill pitch. Sometimes. You don't want to overextend too quickly, though. In case of a Nibiru. Get your Clear Wing in the extra monster zone, and then synchro summon your Cork Shooter.
Here's the level. Cork Shooter's effect. Act the tuner monster. Speedroid. Red-eyed dice.
Cork will bring back the 2 monsters. Red-eyed dice makes Cork level 6. We go Hagoida into, obviously, Clear Wing Rider. From here, we banish Den Den Daiko Duke and bring back the Cork. We have to bring back Cork no matter what. We also have to bring back Hagoida here. As soon as we make Crystal Clear Wing, the combo breaks. So at this point, we activate skill. If you are going against Utopia, you must add Duplicate. Do not go for Crystal Wing. It is not going to help you here. You'd rather have the level modulation to stop Utopia Double from coming out. Wait until Ascended Stage and Arm Stage are both on the field together. Then Tribute Hagoida. And then you have Duplicate to stop a rank up for Numeron Force. Or for Leo Arms. Doesn't matter which. Because, yeah, some of them do play Leo Arms. But anyway, in this case, we're not dealing with Utopia, so we're going to add Speed Recovery.
I activate my spell card. Speed Recovery.
I just do Car Turbo to do something different. Normally, you're going to do the Cork for a 3rd time.
Pave the way for the
And you make a Crystal Wing.
Take flight. Clear Wing Rider activates.
Clear Wing Rider activates no matter what you roll. Priority 1 is always Clear Wing.
I'm ending my turn.
Draw from my hand.
I tribute Clear Wing Rider to activate its effect. Level 7 Clear Wing Synchro Dragon. Sword.
And there we go. Pretty decent end board, honestly.
From my hand.
I don't really care about that.
I'd like you to meet my regrets that my field spell activates.
Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon activates its effect.
I end my
Here
turn.
I go. I draw. I set the pendulum scale.
I anticipated that.
Yeah, screw your freaking Dogmatica punishment. Hate that thing. Genuinely hate that
I
thing.
lost in a race.
Yeah, get that out of here. What is Warrock even supposed to do? I have no answers and I would really like to know. Like, I have no answers for this. What does Warrock even do? I would love to know. Well, aside from moving to Dex and Gut format, it's just that bad. But anyway. Dark Magician, or as that one Duel quiz calls it, Dork Magician. Which, now that I think about it, sounds like something Kaiba would call it. Anyway.
If you find
Well,
an
assuming he hasn't
opportunity,
done that already, but
grab it.
still.
Fine,
If you are
So this is less than ideal for an opening hand, although in this case, it actually really helps.
continuous spell. My ever faithful This is my key.
So, Successor Soul.
Now is the time. I spec my monster's effect activates. I set
Pretty
a call.
basic end board, but I don't care because double Cosmic, and I just so happen to get the full combo here. Lingon from the rubber band. Go ahead and put Clear Wing on the field. You know the drill with this by now. You know how this goes. Make our Clear Wing Rider. And in this case, just make Crystal Wing. This is still really good. Got a 2, blow up the circle, blow up the Apprentice Illusion.
Attack Crystal. Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon activate.
Now I could go for overkill, but this is cooler.
Clear Wing Synchro Dragon attack. Spin Storm Sky Strike.
Congratulations.
You need better.
Anyway, for the first time in quite literally a long time, it's been forever actually, we've got Dark Fluid. Now, I will say I do get the car turbo variant of this combo, but I play it a little bit differently than you might think.
A duel is. Let's duel. You're in for Speedroid. Terror Tops effect activates.
Scout out hand traps.
I activate my monster's effect.
So I'm gonna speed this along because this works the same as you'd expect.
Cork Shooter's effect activates.
So Cork activates, we make the Cork level 6.
Go supersonic and break every.
Go ahead and bring out the Hagoida. In this case right here, I actually do car turbo first. This is actually a really smart thing to do generally because you don't want to be in a situation where you overextend too quickly and then get hit with Nibiru. So this would force the Nibiru here and you still have a play you can make.
I activate Hagoida's effect for hit the accelerator level. I synchro summon a monster.
Now we go Rider.
Zoom in.
At this point, we go ahead and use our skill because we're safe.
I vanish.
Then Lego has to bring back the Cork.
Synchro summon.
Crystal Clear Wing.
Appear level. Clear Wing Rider activates its effect.
And we only roll a 1, but we go for Clear Wing.
I set a card. That brings
Have
my
a duplicate,
turn.
and we go from there.
I draw. This is the.
So he goes for the Signet Mining here. For some reason, they're allowed to also have Boiler Riot Dragon in the deck. But here we go. Clearing Rider Tribute to get everything on field. He has Firewall Dragon ready. Stop the mining. Boiler Riot tries to do its thing. I am not going to let Rom Claudia do its thing.
I activate my spell card. Sign it.
He has another mining. Pain.
I activate my monsters of.
Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon activates its effect.
So I go for the unaffected Crystal Clear Wing, just to be safe.
I come out. I link summon a monster. Firewall Dragon's effect. I activate my monster's effect.
And I really do not agree with the Salamangreat package in this, just saying.
Firewall Guardian. I link summon a monster. Appear. Firewall Guardian's effect.
Clear Wing Fast Dragon activates its effect.
Firewall Guardian.
I activate my
I end up opting for the duplicate here, even though I probably should have done it sooner.
Emergency escape.
Clear Wing Synchro Dragon activates its effect.
But oh well, what can you do? What can you do?
I create my circuit. Links appear. Link 3. From my hand, I activate a quick ride.
Go ahead, do your quantum, I don't care.
Tucker.
Unfortunately, that is the end of Crystal Wing.
Take this. Cyber's quantum
Clear
You
Wing
realize you
Synchro
could have
Dragon
only ran
activates
over
its
the
effect. Reverse
Fast Dragon
revenge.
from Mutual, but even if you didn't try that, you were cooked anyway. There was nothing you could have done.
In my
You were just genuinely cooked. Okay, I really wish the last recording I did for this went right, because my reaction to this was priceless. First of all, this is Winged Dragon of Ra before the new skill release, by the way. So, here's the thing. As of now, not only did they re-record all of Yami Merrick's voice lines, which makes him sound a lot more like he actually does, in dub anyway. Seriously, He sounds so good here.
If you're ready...
The darkness grows hungry. Duel.
Let's duel!
It's my turn. I activate my continuous.
But also, he now has lines for all of the Raw support.
I'd have to show you Ra's true form.
Like, this is so cool that they did this. I really wish the original recording I did for this last night, well, the one that actually went through, saved right? Because my reaction was priceless.
Activate Millennium Revelations effect. I activate my spell, Monster Reborn. Appear as I call your name, the Winged Dragon of Ra.
Yeah, he sounds so much better here, first of all. Like, this is so cool that they did this. Now, if only we could get lines for stuff like Doppel Warrior, Junk Servant, Junk Forward, Junk Changer, freaking...
Excellent.
The modern support like Excel Synchro Stardust.
I activate the true Sun God's effect, allowing Rod, my dragon, revive and emerge as the unstoppable Phoenix. Resurrect from the earth and rise into the sky. Await the Dragon of Ra, immortal Phoenix.
And here we go! This is where the reaction happened because until that moment, I did not know this got a summon animation.
From my hand, I activate a spell.
Also, monster reincarnation for some reason.
Emerge! The Winged Dragon of Ra! Spear mode! My turn is over.
You're in for it now.
But with this being the end board, I'm really not scared. I just ended up making full combo here, so we're gonna speed this along.
Pave the way for the monster forged by Ra.
Anyway, anything but a 1 and it's over.
Clear Wing Rider activates its effect. Roll the dice.
And the big 6. That's how we do it.
Let's battle. Attack Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon. You're done. Crystal Clear Wing Synchro Dragon attacks.
Of course, Crystal Clearwing has to be the one to wrap this up. It's Crystal Clearwing. It's the new monster. I gotta let it have some time in the spotlight. But with that, Speedroid, Crystal Clear Speedroid to be exact, in King of Games. Now let's just hope this actually records
I
right.
never pass it up. If I did, Rin would yell at me.
Anyway, back during its time before we got all this new stuff, this was one of the top 2 decks of the format, maybe top 3, alongside Shaddoll, of course, being the king, and Utopia. Ancient Gear was kind of like right on its heel, if not like close to third before, you know, Shaddoll got nerfed. But as is now with Despia being literally tier 0, probably, without question, plus all the new stuff we've gotten that makes Ra really annoying, Sky Striker's back, which to be fair, they needed a new skill. I just don't know. Speedroid is going to be really good still. The limited 3 on Cork does hurt versus Utopia and Lyralos, but that's about it. But really the main concern I have is just how broken Despia is. With that in play, I don't know what we do here. That said, Speedroid is still really fun. The new skill is amazing. And it's probably the most consistent synchro deck we have right now. I will state that Stardust Excel Synchron is still really, really fun for me. That's still my go-to. But Speedroid has proven time and time again that it'll keep getting stronger. So I have to wonder if we're going to get over Synchro Dragon at some point. Or Synchro Over Dragon, whichever one it is. You know the one. But even then, like, we'll see how it goes. Speedroid right now is still in a really good spot. It's just we got to get rid of Despia first and foremost. But that's all I really have to say. Until the next video, whatever it might be. Later, guys.